thinking buys might end up working out nicer.
Yeah, just gotta wait for a close.
I was targeting that 4-hour wick fill because it went up, came back down, looked like a fake out. I figured it would go fill it, but
Ooh, that's a big wick. Yeah, that what I would say. That's kind of like a big one. Gold is ranging at this consolidation.
Computer, is the stream up?
Yeah.
It's on YouTube?
Yes. Lots of ranging today.
It's a Monday.
Yeah. All right. So, what kind of controls I have here on YouTube? I can remove person. I can put person in timeout. I can ban their email. Euro JPY. See, the problem with Euro JPY is that it's in this. This was the move right here. This 5 AM candle was the trade on Euro JPY. So if I was awake, if I saw this move up, because essentially, you know, it broke this consolidation to the upside, then straight up, and you have this clean candle here to the left, clean traffic. This was the trade. Now it's just coming into this high traffic area. Gold is bullish as well. I was surprised gold went up so high last night. You know, last night when the move happened, I wasn't really expecting it to happen that way.
Holy, 1459.
Yep. It's going to 1460. By the looks of it.
That is crazy.
YouTube, safeguard your privacy and follow the terms and conditions. Don't film your friends or classmates that are involved in sexually suggestive content. Interesting. Gold continues up. I think the next target is 1460. 1460 is right there. It's not far away. But looking on the monthly, wow. Holy shit. Looks like we're coming close to 1500. Yeah, we're coming to 1500 on gold. Because if you look on the monthly, the next target is around like, wow, 1600. That's like the top of a zone on the monthly, right? But you can see, like, you know, even like 1500. If you look to the left, it's a clean candle, so 1500 should be right there. Like, I don't want to go too much by saying like 1550, but you know, it's conservative right here. Let's take a look at this on the weekly. Wow. Let's take a look on the weekly. If you look left. Yeah. See, now when you look on the weekly, there's a clean candle going to 1475. It should be an area of interest here around 1470. I just feel bad for people holding sells on gold.
Who's holding sells on gold?
I don't know. It must be too dangerous, man, to hold sells on gold.
Probably since NSP.
Obing's holding cells. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's take a look at Obing's here. Let's see what uptrend Obing's is up to. He hasn't been online for a while. Oh, he's live right now. Ooh, he's got a new platform. He's got new glasses.
This is what you were born for.
I had buys on Euro GBP. I think it's going to continue moving up. I had buys, but I closed because this candle went below the previous one. So I wasn't sure if it's going to, continue down or continue up. But the way the 1 hour is closing, it's very suggestive of the idea that it's going to continue moving up. I mean, just got to wait for this to close. What's he doing over here? Oh, wow. He's in Euro USD demo buys.
Demo buys.
Demo buys.
Damn.
Oh, wait a minute. He's up 2,000, 3,000 on his demo buys.
Damn.
Oh, there goes gold. Gold is just retardedly amazing. Retardedly amazing. I entered at 1459.09. Shoots up.
Oh, you were in gold.
Yeah, I was in gold. GU. Let's look at EJ. EJ is just still ranging now. So this is an area where EJ is going to have some issues because, this is where consolidation happened. So EJ is going to have some issues here. Can I make myself moderator? Let's see.
The GU is probably going to continue up to 1.21900.
21900.
Yeah, that wick up top.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to break above 21. Let's say like 560, 570.
Yep. Fake out up or a fake out down, like, what a bitch.
Someone saying GU found support. Yes, that's a long time ago. So now, you know, it's approaching some resistance. So the point is, like, if you take a buy now, how sure are you going to be it's going to continue moving up? Because if it continues moving up, I mean, Paul's right over here, 121,900 would be the probable area where it's going to head off to. But you got to wait for it to break this resistance first. So now if you measure this range, this is a 30 pip range. So if I'm going to take a buy, am I going to take a buy, you know, somewhere from here till up over here, which is like what, from like 580, well, 6 to 80, 20 pips, so maybe 15 to 20 easy pips. Needs to break above. That's what you gotta wait. That's what you gotta wait, man. Son. You switched to YouTube streams, question mark. I think that's the question you're asking, if we are on YouTube streams. So that is true. We are here. Yeah, I think much easier because like a lot of people can see these streams now. Plus you have a choice from like low latency to high latency. So that works in some people's favor. Oh, GU is running. Holiday, we got an easy, you know, no news day except 10 a.m. 10 a.m. we got some ISM index. What are they expecting? They're expecting good numbers, so we'll try to see if we can have some buy stops for ISM. But other than that, the only thing I see is GU is trying to break. Gotta wait for this candle. Gold stopped my runner out. Came back.
Hey, Raquel.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. You got a holiday today?
We got a holiday today.
Nice, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I was on the stream and then I blinked for like a second and then gold shot up and you went in. Why'd you go in?
Because I saw it heading up, and I was like, well, you know, like if it can head up and break this consolidation, then I'm gonna have a really nice entry. So
Yeah.
I took buys, and then it went up. It up to like, wait, what are my entries here? So my entries were 59.65.
59.65.
Yeah, and I closed at like 14.61, and I let a run, which obviously, you know, got stopped out.
Okay, but you got a nice amount of pips though there.
Yes.
Nice.
Around 20 pips.
There you go. You're not putting them up anymore?
No, I didn't because it was too fast.
Okay.
Like as
No,
soon.
I mean, usually you're right, you know, at the bottom, the top corner, you put down your trades of the day.
Oh yeah.
You gotta let them know, man. So you said there's news later on at 10 a.m.?
There's news at like 10 a.m.
And what news is that?
It's the ISM for US dollar. So, you know,
Okay.
let's see what happens there. But I'm really expecting gold to continue moving up. I have a zone plotted out at like 1470 or even 1472, which is like 100 pips away. But at the same time, the only thing I'm concerned about is that the weekly candle just started and this motherfucker pulled up like almost 200 pips.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right? Yeah, so the only thing I'm wondering is that what if there's going to be a little bit of a pullback maybe for tomorrow?
We had all the news last week, right? So is there anything else big coming up this week?
Not really. I mean, there's ISM today, you know, there's CPI tomorrow, which is going to be huge. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's next week. There's nothing much. Like, the only thing that's around the corner is US and tariffs against China and the way they're reacting to each other. That's the only thing that's moving gold. But if you think about it, that causes a lot of uncertainty, right? So when there's uncertainty, gold obviously just goes bullish. And I was looking on the monthly. If you look on the monthly time frame now, if this was, let's say, if this time frame was the 4 hour or the 1 hour, right? Where would you think gold's gonna head off to?
I was gonna go all the way up to, what is that, 1600?
Yeah, right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's a monthly, so it's gonna take a couple days.
It's definitely gonna take a couple of days.
Yeah, but the market structure is there. I mean, we broke out of this monthly consolidation. So I mean, now if you look left, like 1400 was like a strong monthly level, like for, you know, August and September 2013, and it seems like it's created some sort of a base.
Yeah.
So even if you look at the most extreme, I think easy would be like 1500.
1500. So what do you have in between there at that 1480?
Yeah, that's like 1475.
Was that based on the weekly?
Yeah, this was based on the weekly. I'll show you right here. If you go left, yeah, you see that tip, that peak right there.
Yeah. So I was charting, and I wanted to ask you this question. I know you always try to look at the most recent price action. So even if the most recent price action is like 3 years ago, then is that still?
I mean, it depends what time frame you're looking at, right? Like if you look on the 1 hour and then if you go back 3 years, it doesn't make any sense, right?
Okay.
But if you look on the monthly and then you go back 3 years, then that makes sense with respect to the time frame you're looking at.
Okay. Okay.
So these are my gold buys here. How can I zoom in?
GU's gonna close above or Q.
Yep, seems like it.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Can't zoom in on Imgur anymore. Interesting. Yep, GU has this monster of a 30-minute candle. See the way it's moving, I think I might miss an entry, because if I'm going to look for a stop, my stop is going to be, what, if I enter this, my stop is going to be 17 pips, 18 pips. And I think that's too big of a stop loss here for me.
So would you go down to like a smaller time frame, like even the 5 minute in
No.
this situation, to see if there's some price action to find a stop?
Nope.
Okay.
No, because like my thing is I'm only gonna enter if it's gonna make sense on the 30-minute or the 15-minute, right? If I go a little bit lower, it doesn't. I mean, my the probability of me winning the trade gets lower.
Yeah, your confirmation is weaker.
Yeah, so I don't want to put myself in that position. Gold has free reign until 1475. Do you think that will push to that level considering? Yes, I think it will. Dun, 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 dun. EJ closed really bullish with no top wick. Yes. So I mean, I don't like any price action today. Nothing. Look at EJ. Look left. There's all this stupidity happening on the left. Range candles. Like I don't like anything. I mean, the only thing if you can look in EJ would make sense is like maybe price is gonna come up to this area right here. And the only reason I say this area is because, you know, like you have this candle that wicked all the way up. So when you look, that was support there on the 1 hour. So, but with this price action, the way it is, I don't like nothing.
Yeah, I just hope it'll give me an entry first. This 15-minute goes down and makes some support, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, Paul, you had a nice idea of like, you know, price creating the picture that you've seen before and then going off from there.
It made sense on the 4 hour price pushed up. There's that fake out right there on the 15 or the 30-minute.
Hmm.
It looks like that wick was getting filled on the 4 hour to just go all the way down. And then literally as soon as I entered, it started to stop going down.
Yeah, but now when you look at it this way, that where's my marker here? That let's say this was resistance here, right? And then price broke out, you know, it came back down, this closed back under range, right? And then you had support right here on the 1 hour, and then obviously if this move up was a fake out, then price continued down, broke support, and continued down till this support right over here.
Yep.
Right, so when it started to move up, you know, maybe, oh, I think this could have been like a retest candle. But then instead of moving up, it continued. Oh, instead of moving down, it continued moving up. Because maybe, like, you know, if it had to go down, this was the move down it had to complete.
Yeah, because I mean, the daily and the 4 hour were bearish when I entered, so it made sense, but it just didn't play out. So. But I think in 11 minutes, if this one closes nicely on the 15, we'll have some good buys. Yeah, but it's got to close really nice for me to take it.
EG 30 minute. EG 30 minute did I think it did a fake out to the downside. This move up, this move down, move up, back up, came down. Now it's time to create a support to continue moving up. Wow, look at this fall, and look at this rise. The pound is so weak. Pound is weak. EG should continue moving bullish. Hey, Christian Lopez. So if you can ban people, let me try to see if I can ban someone here. Let me pick a random name here. Salim Al-Sane. I'm sorry, Salim Al-Sane, you have been picked for sacrifice. We're gonna sacrifice you. He's like, no!
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
What are we looking at today?
Nothing.
Nothing.
To me, nothing. I got some gold buys, but other than that, like my runner got stopped
Yeah.
so far.
Same. I'm not looking at anything yet. I'm waiting for a couple pullbacks before entering.
Yes.
trades.
What trades are you currently in? Nothing. I am in nothing. GU has an idea to continue moving up to 121,900, but I don't like it, especially with EJ as well. EJ has an idea to continue up too, but there's so much consolidation here to the left. I mean, look at this bullshit here. Like, so much consolidation. So now you gotta ask yourself, if price has consolidated here before, there's a high chance it's gonna consolidate in this area here again. Right? So I don't like this area to trade in, because price might move up and start to move down and then eventually move up, you know. So that's like a very confusing racket you can get confused in. So I'm not a big fan of that. Well, now I'm not, because I'm more disciplined now.
GU's clean on the 30 minutes though.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Could be another fake out to just go back down.
Yeah, you have to be careful with GU buys though.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go do my line. I'll be right back. Imagine it was actually a medicine. Hey, the reason you're acting so retarded because you haven't had your lines yet. You idiot. Why didn't you do your lines in time? Someone said gold. What about gold? Gold's gonna push to 1472. Very nice, Ryan. Ryan got in gold buys. Gold buys. Yeah. Chris, my gold buy got stopped out. Now the only reason I'm gonna buy gold is if this 1 hour candle closes bullish. If this 1 hour candle closes bullish, then I'm gonna have a chance to buy gold again, because what that's gonna do is that we form support on the 1 hour. If this 1 hour candle closes bullish, then 1 hour has made a higher low, and then the next one should continue move up, indicating that, oh, now next one is gonna go up because hey, we need another higher low, right? So the best case scenario would be that if gold 1 hour closes just the way it is, because if it can close just the way it is, you got this wick to fill right here, which is 20 pips, right? And then if stops at break even, then you have a much higher chance of completing this whole range. So what's this? We have to wait for 30-minute candle to close? No, not we, me. So basically it's going to be on the 1 hour. So I'm just waiting. Listen, now we're on YouTube, so it's now we're on very, very thin ice, because someone told me yesterday that the OSC, Ontario Securities Commission, they might watch this, and if I say we, or if I say someone's name, then I could get into some problems, So I'm only gonna say me, I'm gonna do this. Someone wants to follow, perfect. Yeah, no whoring here. But the bias that I have here is bullish for EJ. GU is kind of struggling, but still looks like it can complete the range at 121,900. Gold is just bullish. EG is trying to consolidate, but once EG breaks above 91950, it's off to the races. So the pair I'm looking at is probably EG and gold right now. No more skills here. The only skill you have here is posting a skillful chart. I think there are. Oh yeah, there are no skills here. This is good old YouTube. Simple. EJ. EJ target is up here. We've created support 118 to 80. Another one at 118 500. Should continue till at least 118 800. Indie women. Dun, dun, dun.
If we want to defeat capitalism, we are going to need a party that will organize working people to fight for the demands that we want and to win socialism. Thank you so much.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
What the fuck
Okay,
is...
is there a speaker against name, chapter, pronoun?
Privilege, point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Please don't use gender language to address everyone.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah. Yo, actually touched it. 117. Oh my god. The one the EJ that I talked about, the gap, it filled it up. Now we're starting from the bottom.
Nice. Yep, 117. Which pattern are we seeing on EG? Let's take a look at a pattern here in EG. Someone asked a question, so we're gonna fulfill your request. You are lucky that you are here today. Your request will be fulfilled. So I'm trying to visualize a pattern here. And let's see if we can make some sense of this pattern. This could be like a inverted camel pattern. Something like this. Or like an inverted mouse pattern. This is the nose. These are the whiskers. These are its teeth. So it's an inverted mouse pattern. This is the tail right over here. Right, and its legs should be somewhere here. See, 2 legs here and 2 legs here. So probably price is gonna come up till this area right here, according to this pattern. Right here. So 92150 is going to be 92150 is going to be the area where price is gonna come off to according to this inverted mouse pattern. Well, someone asked me about a pattern, so I showed them the pattern. I mean, EG is consolidating right now. It's bullish. It's broken above 91800, so it's consolidating. So when you look on the higher time frame, you're like, okay, well, if it's moving up, where is it heading off to? Look on the daily, you go left. Oh, wow. Looks like we can head off over there. 09300. Let's take a look at that on the weekly now. Well, makes sense. So right now it's ranging because you have support formed and this is resistance formed, but honestly I think EG is going to break up because it tried to break down with this candle, the 5 a.m. candle, and then the 5:30 a.m. candle went right back up, and then you had support formed from the 6:30 a.m. candle, and now this candle is about to close in 9 minutes, so we got support formed. So this move down was probably a fake out to continue moving bullish. Ooh, gold popped up. 30 minutes about to close. See, the most important thing is if you're new here in the stream, you just need to focus on one pair. Just one pair and just focus on it.
GU gonna go bye-bye soon.
GU should go bye-bye soon.
8 minutes. Oh. No, not yet.
Hey, good morning, Gonzo. Gonzo in the house. Hey, Chris Hayes. Okay, what's this? My opinion of EJ pattern. EJ's snaking down, snaking all the buyers. EJ's kind of confused right now. Snakes. Why you hate Euro USD? No much volatility. I hate Euro USD because, okay, let's take a look at Euro USD right now, and you'll know exactly why I hate it. Because, I mean, the one thing is I've never won a trade on Euro USD, and another thing is that all the trades I've lost, they were set up to be perfect trades. Oh, looks like Euro USD finally, trended up. Very nice. I just don't like Euro USD. Some pairs I really love, like GJ. Really love GJ.
You love GU too.
GU too. Oh, USD CAD coming down. Yeah, I was looking at USD CAD yesterday with somebody. I think it was the person I was doing the one-on-one with on YouTube. So we were talking about this support right here, which should be respected, right? So we're talking about, okay, well, this support now, the thing is, price may not come down to this support. It may create a support over here, which it did right down over here, but when it moved up. So now it's got to break this support to continue moving down, because you're right. Who sent this chart? Keith. Yeah, you're right, because if price moves down, then you got this clean move that went up. So this move down would be a correction. You just gotta wait to break the support. But if it breaks resistance, we're going up to your blue dotted line. I know what this price level is. 32800.
For UJ, there's going to be a pullback to this bullish momentum that you have now. If you're going to look at buys, most likely look at buys. If I'm going to look at buys, actually, I'm going to be looking at buys around 1.11000.
UJ
on EU.
Oh,
Someone
EU.
asking. Yeah, but yeah, there's gonna be a correction coming now, so
yeah,
be careful.
Because this is the wrong time to buy EU because it just had this big move up.
Right.
Yeah. So whenever I see a big move up like that, I just tell myself, okay, well, Raja, you just missed the move, Raja. So don't be a sore loser and try to catch it. That's right, right?
Raja, I know you don't like too much of my my charts sometimes. But
Oh no, I like all charts.
I'm gonna send them to you for the US.
So a blank chart. You like that?
Sometimes.
I'm gonna send you a blank chart. Say I'm not trading anything.
No, I'm gonna send a blank chart and say, tell me when to buy or sell.
All right, here we go. That's USD CAD, since you were just discussing USD CAD.
USD CAD. Oh, you're looking at sells here. Yeah.
Once it breaks that level, once it breaks 1.31860, which is below the support that you were talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense. Keith also had the same level.
Yeah.
Keith's also looking for sells.
Yeah, and it might, and it'll probably, like, so right now where I have it, once it breaks that level, we're looking at about 130 pips. But because of where we are in the degree, we might push down a little bit further to about 1.29000.
Just needs to break that.
Yeah.
See, I like the way you put that if and only if. You know, most people don't. Yes. So you need to have some sort of conditions that I'll take this trade if and only if it does certain things.
Right.
It's like when you go to a club and you're like, okay, if and only if that girl looks at me a certain way.
Right. NGU. See what happens.
Well, if it doesn't match your picture, then hey, Paul knows GU more than me. Raja, मेरे भी कोई खर्चा लवा दे, कुछ मैनू भी सिखा दे. Oh, so he means Forex is really easy. You just have to wait. Seriously, just have to wait for price to print candles in the way that you recognized before. Just simple as that. You know, I mean, you just have to, because now, let's say, for example, if you look at your JPY, EG, and you're like, okay, it's ranging, but some people are going to say, okay, we're going to take a buy right now in the anticipation it's going to break resistance and head up. But the problem is, it hasn't broken resistance yet to go up. You know, it has to break it first to go up. So you just got to wait to see if it breaks it or not. Right? Same thing here with gold. Now, gold 30 minute, you know, it went up. But now when you look on the 1 hour, you see the 1 hour is pulling back now, right? So it's really important to wait for this 1 hour candle to close. Because you could have taken a buy on the 30-minute close saying that, oh, look, we closed above. But the idea is when you look on the 1 hour, you see the previous 1 hour candle closed below resistance, right? If the previous 1 hour candle closed below resistance, which is like what, let's say for simplicity, 1459, right? So now you got to wait for this 1 hour candle to close as well. Because the 30-minute candle closed above, that doesn't matter. Because one time frame higher than the 30-minute closed above, no, it closed below. So you got to wait for this 1 hour candle to close. And then you'll be able to say that if it's a sell or a buy.
And the other thing too is gold has already moved about, I think it's what, $20?
Yeah.
So you're not going to get much out of gold right now. Gold was a buy last night at the Asian session around 9 o'clock. That was your opportunity. And we've talked about that before. If you've been on the Mixer stream, now you're on the YouTube stream. We've always talked about that sometimes there's a gold rush at the Asian session around 8 or 9 o'clock. If you back test it, you will see it. And if you trade gold all the time, and that's the pair that you trade, you would have caught it. Trying to catch it now is stupid, and you're going to just throw your money away. So your move was last night.
Yeah, I tried buying gold last night. The 9 p.m. candle pushed me out.
Yeah, no, I got in at 10 because I saw that.
Yeah.
I was actually in the movies. I watched Hobbs and Shaw last night,
Oh.
and then I got out and I was like, "What the hell? Gold moved?" And then so I sat and I hunted it afterwards. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait till 11. I got in at like the 11 o'clock candle and broke it all the way up.
Nice. Yeah, because that sucker pushed down way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 40 pip retracement.
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's probably not going to do much. It'll range for a bit. We might get to 1461 maybe, but not. I don't like it right now. There has to, like you said, the way that it's ranging right now on the hourly. I mean, I might look at 8 a.m. to see if there's anything that comes about, but anything that I'm looking to take buys with, I'm taking buys above 1460.
Yeah. My main target is like 1472, 1473.
Yeah, I'm trying to find targets for gold. I can't find any targets for
Oh man, look at the weekly and monthly.
It's in no man's land.
If you look on the monthly and just imagine that was the daily chart, it's really easy to see 1500.
Yeah. I'm surprised the monthly candle filled as fast as it did. I wasn't expecting this filled so fast. Like, I knew it was going to go up, but then now the monthly candle's filled, and that's technically my trade gone. And I was talking with, who was I talking with? Someone on Instagram. Who's a really good trader on Instagram or something. We always talk about it. Where is he? He's got the picture of the lion or the tiger as his IG.
Oh, is that?
We always talk about gold. Oh yeah, Naweed R. NAWEEDR_FX.
And that was an easy trade on EU though.
Oh,
on
I
EJ
see.
right there. I just can't be on every chart. It's possible. My one trade for this week is probably going to be that USD CAD trade. Morning, Aldosis.
Hey, good morning. Adelsis is, oh, USD CAD is breaking down. Yeah, someone posted this chart for sells. Now it's moving down, so you see on the left you have this clean candles moving up, so it'll be a full correction of this coming down. Yes. Someone sent this chart before it broke down, but now it broke down.
This summer has been wild.
Oh, wild. It's means so much volatility this summer,
I
man.
know. Last summer there was nothing.
It's just crazy. Like, if you look on the size of the daily candles, they're all way bigger than the last summer.
Yep.
Well, we have U.S. has elections coming up, so we're in the campaign trails right now.
Yeah, but that's not gonna move the market as much as what's been happening here. Usually that market subsides until like you get election night, then there's a mess. It's incredible how much the market's moved.
I think G was getting ready. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes this year. Lots of changes.
Yeah.
Come on. It's 5 pips. Let's go. Come on.
Oh, nice. Paul called this GU buy earlier.
I think we're going. I got my TP at 21883 for my runner.
21883.
26 pips. Come on. Here we go.
Ooh, first day on YouTube, 260 people.
They follow you wherever you go, Raja.
We've jumped ship like
Moses.
guys over here. Let's go over here, everybody.
Yeah, GU is a great trade.
Yeah.
I love it. I just saw it too, and I was like, yep, that matches my setups.
Yep, I'm at break even now. 1605.
It's going up to 1.21780, I think.
See YouTube? I made $38 while I was sleeping on Etsy. My $38 are on the way.
Where'd you say it's going, Ted?
Right where Raja has his mark.
Oh, yep.
That's where it'll return to, so that's pretty good.
Lol. LOL. I was out. When can I jump in again? Well, now you cannot jump in again.
It's just got to break above this current resistance level. There's a wick that it's bouncing off of on the 30-minute. Yeah, this little crap here.
So this trade is kind of like this.
Yeah. Once it busts off of this and this, we should be good out of those areas. Bounce around. The 15-minute just pulled out of that range and then pulled back in again.
I was heartbroken when my employer blocked Mixer. Well, now your employer can't block YouTube.
Did you get in on it too, Riku?
No, I just have it for, like, you know, for your visual aid. Yeah. But like, if you're in this buys, I'm thinking, I mean, you should be okay. You should be safe as long as price doesn't break the low of this current 30-minute candle.
That's true.
Because if that keeps it, if it closes like this, we formed support. But then it's got to break out of this area here. Then move up. Vixenlie, hey, but what about after 20 minutes? The New York session starting, right? Right, that's correct. It starts in 20 minutes. Do you guys know any basic site I can go to see charts with bias planted? Nope. There's no website like that. Because if you go to a bias means a buy or sell, basically. You go to one site is going to say buy. You go to another site, it's going to say sell. Then what? So you got to post your charts, and then you got to see what price does. And then you create a plan that, like, okay, this time I did this and price did this. So there's no shortcuts to, like, oh, can I get like perfect biases? Forex doesn't work like that. This is not a math equation you're trying to solve.
But I think as long as we close above this little fake out on the 15-minute, it's just gonna fly after that.
That should, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tend to agree.
Yeah. I looked at my flash charts. Now this is the same thing it did Monday last week. It pushed up, came back, created support, and it just took off 42 pips last week. So try to catch 26 of it today.
Should get a push before the 8 a.m. That's what I'm moving.
Yeah, because this is the first half of the 30-minute, so we should get at least as strong of a candle for the second half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, yo, Raquel, what's up? It's Fabian. I made the videos for you for a couple of your webinars. But so remember, I was telling you I was working on my money management and yeah, because Forex would solve my problems and whatever, you know. But check this out. I got my own place, little by little. Risk management, money management, man, it's an important life lesson you got to learn for sure. Especially when you're taking care of yourself, you learn it because you don't want to lose your money, right? You got to manage it.
Yes, that is true. You don't want to lose your money in life. You just gotta manage it.
Yeah, man. I think people just don't really take trading too seriously. I think they think it's a game for the most part, and so they gamble a lot.
Yeah, it's not about even like gambling. It's about like, oh, I think it's heading up. Let's take buys. And then 2 minutes later, oh, I think this is heading down. Let's take sells.
Right.
And before you know it, you got a bunch of buys and sells, and you're like, oh shit. UJ dropped so much. Pips will be a fun ride up. Pause when price starts to move. Yes.
Huh?
Oh no, I was just reading someone's comment. Sorry, Paul. Didn't mean to get you mad. Yeah, China and the US are at it again. Trump wants China to buy their agriculture, or he says I'm going to impose tariffs. But before China could say something, Trump said, well, here's more tariffs. And now China's like, well, fuck you. We just buy rice from Vietnam. USD CAD is going and going. I think USD CAD should continue moving down till 1.32000. $15-minute candle on GU closed above the previous ones, so it should continue moving up. If this 30-minute closes bullish as well, then I think your stop should be safe below this current 30-minute candle. Do you stream Asian session? Nope. So my understanding of Forex. So far my understanding of Forex is you determine the trend, then plot support and resistance, stick a stop loss and take profit and forget about it. Yes, that's the very, very basics. So you got the idea right. I have sharpened my skill. My technical fundamental analysis is on point, but I still have fear of upping my lots, so I collect a lot of pennies with very good entries. Well, sometimes you just got to take a little leap forward, you know. So one leap forward to greatness, because like you're gonna be scared once, twice, then third time, fourth time, you're just gonna get used to it. So slowly you're gonna be leveling up like that.
Team, when you gotta stop playing around.
Oh, I can also add translations on this YouTube. Oh. Add translations on this YouTube. Oh. Oh, one trade one, done for the day. Oh, very nice. Someone won a trade today. Beautiful. Yeah, I won a trade too. I won gold buys earlier on.
G use is hanging around. We got in at 121, 649. See what happens.
That's what you got in?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got in at 605. So, really love to see it go up to that box we got marked.
Follow you. What's my GJ analysis? Let's take a look. I think it's trying to move up, but I don't like it the way it's moving. So I'd say it's ranging here for me. Where is it? GJ? Yeah, it's ranging. Because the only thing I see is that when GJ comes above what's this, 129, 400, it's going to come into a new range. So I don't see nothing on GJ so far. 4 hours is rejecting some sort of support, but then again, look back how many times 4 hour has rejected a support and just dropped.
You still in it, Ted?
Yeah, only 3 pips stop.
Oh.
What the hell?
Yeah, it looks like that area is a strong area to break. 21650.
Yep.
If you look to the left.
Currently in the 30-minute chart, the 200 EMA is rejecting.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Let's take 200 EMA out of the way then. But shouldn't we try to get out of the New York session? I mean, there's no we. There's no we. So if you want to get out of the before this session, that's awesome. But you have to really manage your trade. I mean, if I was in this trade, I would have exited the trade because I would have seen this area here, and once it started to come down, I was like, yeah, it didn't look promising. I mean, it looked promising before, but not now. So there's no we. There's me and you.
Come on, G. Don't make me look bad on TV. It literally pushed exactly to that spot.
Too worried about it.
You think the support will hold it and it's going to be stronger than that resistance?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you feel that way?
Because I know.
Okay.
No, I mean, if you just look at the structure of the daily candle and you look at the structure of the way that the pound pairs are moving this morning, everything's pushing up in terms of strength for Monday. So we should have continued momentum. This was just a pullback for the before the New York session started. I mean, the idea is you try and get a trade in before the New York session, so you don't get the pullback. But it's okay. I think we're fine. And gold is also shooting up, so that gives me confidence with the U.S. dollar weakening. And if the pound's strengthening, we should have that push that we can.
Minute. Put it up.
As long as you close bullish, I'll be good.
Would it make sense to go long on EG? It would make sense to go long on EG above 9191, I think. 0.92000. Paul is the new goat.
Yeah, gold had a nice push. I grabbed that. It hit support on the 15-minute. And that's what I was using as confluence with GU. That the pound should strengthen as well if gold is strengthening at that point against the US dollar, so there should be confluence there. You can't use it all the time, but if you know that the pound is strengthening and gold is strengthening, then the US dollar is weakening at that point. It's just something that I look at. If I'm watching GU and I expect GU to fly up, I'm watching gold. The harder the gold flies, the more that I expect GU to fly as well.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't happen all the time, so people can't say, "Well, we do this." It's like, no. It's look at the chart dynamics. Yeah, I'm gonna probably exit GU in the next minute or so.
You don't like it no more?
It's the 30-minute or the 15-minute I don't like, but we'll see what happens. If it creates a wick on the 30-minute and then it goes back up, I'll be okay with it. But right now, it seems like that's a strong resistance area because I was expecting it to push through right now at the 8 a.m. open. I don't want to have to play all this drawdown at this moment. I was expecting us to get a better push for the end, for the market, or before the market before the market open, and now the market open. Now we're going to get a whole retracement. So I really don't like being in that. That's just me. So we'll see what happens in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm out. No good. No good.
We need the 15-minute to close bullish. That in turn will make the 30-minute go bullish.
Yeah. I will take a small loss. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if I was in GU, I would have exited as soon as the 15-minute candle closed bearish.
Well then, UGU.
Yeah, that previous 15-minute candle couldn't break above, and I was hoping that this 15-minute candle would just follow that support, but I don't want to be in it right now because it may hold that support or it may not on the 15-minute, and I don't want to, and because I don't know for sure, I don't want to be in it. But it seems like to be bouncing around in that range. It's all good. Monday morning, small lot sizes doesn't hurt.
No guessing games.
That's right. Small little lot size just to try it out. So.
Gold pushes up. 1460. I was on Mixer waiting. So there it is. What's this? Oh, someone's message got retracted. EJ created support on the 30-minute, which was resistance previously held throughout, last week, Friday. So if this support gets respected, we should continue moving up till at least 118,800. GJ bias. GJ did the same thing as GU, reached resistance 129,100, rejected it, and now maybe just waiting, but it seems like it should continue moving down because GBP is in turmoil. See, now that I'm looking at the daily on GJ, I think this daily moved down yesterday and then retraced. So I think it retraced to go back down again. Just waiting for some confirmations. Waiting for a 30-minute candle to go bearish. Let's see. be right back.
Be looking for gold buys above 1460, so around 1459, 1460, and my stop will be below 1457, and my take profit I'm looking at 1461, 62 above that. So that's what I'll be looking at off the 15-minute candles. I'm waiting for this 15-minute candle to go bullish, and I think I'll be taking buys because it seems like we're holding support around 1457. So I'll be looking for buys. So if someone asks me why I took a trade today or what I did, that was another trade. No, I'm not in the YouTube chat. I'm not wasting my time jumping from chat room to chat room anymore. It's just a waste. I'll let Raquel handle all that.
1 minute, Ted.
Yeah. So if this 15-minute candle holds support, I'll be looking to take a position.
Same, it'll be my last one if we go bullish. And I got a dentist appointment.
Oh, there is the bullish move, too. Starting to move bullish.
Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
G still bearish.
Oh, fuck you now. Cool.
Yeah. No, gold is what I want.
Last attempt.
Yeah, gold's gonna go.
Yeah.
I got it on GU right now.
Gold's gonna move.
Yeah, I got it on GU, Ted.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
GU flew back up.
Yep.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, held that support. Damn it. Damn it. I would have had a good trade with GU and gold. Oh
happens if GU doesn't go back and bearish again like it did last time?
I'm in on gold right now, so we'll see how that works out. I had nice trades over in the Asian session with gold, so okay. And I lowered my lot size for gold right now because it's Monday, so I can let this one run a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, they put me in. What the fuck? I didn't enter up here.
Yeah, there goes gold. GU is moving right to that target too. Damn it.
Where's GU? Oh wow, look at that.
That target will be achieved now that it's.
EJ is moving as well.
If it goes past the 21883, it's going to go up to 22132.
And gold's running as according to plan.
Yep.
So we just now I think we should fill the hourly candle now. So if we go to the hourly,
yes,
we should fill this. So on the hourly, this level here, we should fill that. So this is. It should be up there. That's where we should go to. That's an easy target for gold.
Yeah, it'll be still last 45 minutes of the 4 hour too, so it should move. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not worried right now. It'll fill that level. We'll get
to gold, 6.
Hey, who just woke up?
Hey, my man, it was Bobby.
Looks like Bobby just came from under the rock. Oh my god, gold.
Hey man, this morning was like 14 something. I forgot it was, but I didn't really look at it. 1470 is possible there before my friend.
The 15 closed above that wick that we were talking about too, right? Did that closed above all those wicks.
Yep.
Hopefully it plays out. It'd be nice.
Just a little bit more and I'll be having a good time.
Come on, gold. Let's go.
Come on, gold.
Come on.
You gotta pray to gold and make it move. It's so funny. I love when people get really anxious. They're like, come on. It's like you're not affecting anything except your health.
Actually, if you sweet talk your pair, it moves. Fact. I've studied it. I've been caressing GU for the past month.
I'm good with just having my take profit, and that's it.
It makes it more fun.
Yeah. Ah, there we go.
Oh wow, let's go. Very nice.
Yeah, there we go. Target
oh,
achieved.
Exit.
Yeah,
Exit.
target out.
Time for you to reach your target.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, target hit.
Yeah, good work, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone who came on time.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And I should have held that GJ trade.
I didn't come on time.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it run on air and gold.
So angry. Should have left my GU trade open.
GU's not moving up yet.
Yeah, but I would have been in profit.
Yeah.
Well, if this was your first time on YouTube streams, well, you made money today.
Oh.
It's late writing, but I'm writing.
Yep.
Did you get in on GU again?
I got in 1460. Not GU. Oh, GU. I still have GU.
Yeah, no, I didn't re-enter GU. I left it alone. Oh man, I guess I closed my gold trade early.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit. It's all good.
Did you guys smash it on Asian? Maybe
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, I got Asian. Yeah, I got about 36 pips on Asian.
Yeah, nice man. I stayed up real late. Well, I had to go to sleep last night to get involved in that.
Yeah, so I was. Yeah, the hourly candle on gold right now. I wanted, my target was to fill that previous hour candle, and then as soon as I hit that target, I was done.
Yep. This was another 15 pips in the back.
I managed to get in just over, I think it was 57, just below 58 when it broke that one before. I did roll last night, but that worked out pretty well.
So at this point, why wouldn't you close most of your positions and leave maybe 1 or 2 stops at break even and let it run? Because I don't want to.
Bank the money, man.
Don't want to bank and keep money.
Fill that sack.
Yeah, like, what am I know what was going to happen. It was going to hit the top of that range and then pull back again. I've seen it happen so many times. So why do I want to be? Yeah, why do I want to be involved in that? I mean, for sure, it can probably continue to run, but I have a target, and this is your problem as a trader. Is you don't understand when you have a target, you hit your target, you exit. That I specifically put where my take profit was, and that is where it hit. I don't care about after the fact. It can run another $15. It doesn't bother me because there will always be opportunities in the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
The way gold runs, that could easily come back down to 57 in minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, people just don't get it. They're always looking for that little bit extra. You know, it's just take your profit when we see a target and it's achievable based on the current range. You take your target, you hit it, and that's it. If you want to let them run, let them run. I'm good with not letting my runners run. I mean, I know that tomorrow will be another day. There'll be a correction. It'll pull down to 1450 or 1440. Go back up to 1500. Come back down to 1440. Go back up to 1700. Like, there's always going to be movements in the market. And you don't have to worry. It's just, you just want to just be able to, yeah, just take small wins here and there. That's it.
No, you know, I think the problem is that, like, the way that people move their stops, they have the same issues with moving their take profits.
Yep.
Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Most people have accurate take profits, but then once price is about to reach it, they move it higher.
That's right, yeah.
It's all about that.
And then people say, "Oh, how do you always win all the trades?" It's like, well, because I don't adjust anything because I see something else. I look at the thing is, people don't look at your current observation. The current analysis you did to hit your take profit, it's because it was based on factors at that previous point in time. Because price is moving in your direction, that's good. That's what's supposed to happen. But you can't adjust your stops and your take profits because now it's moving in that direction. It's supposed to move in that direction because you're doing analysis that's correct. The whole idea is to win a trade, not to be like, oh, okay, now I can keep taking profit more. I can keep moving and taking profit. No, the idea was you had a target before you saw the market move to the direction that it's moving. You had a target. It might have taken you 30 seconds. It could take you 5 minutes. It could take you 5 hours to get there. You can't adjust. You know, that trade was literally like 6 minutes. I'm not going to adjust my take profit because now look what happens. Fucking gold rips right back down, and I knew that was going to happen.
All you do is holding it until you lose, basically.
Yeah.
That's all that's happening. It's good. Do you have a good weekend?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I played some golf. It was good.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. I guess I should have held my runners from 1447. yesterday. I had an entry at 1446 yesterday.
Dude, we had them at 1278.
Yeah, that's true.
We should have held them.
Yeah, if I look at all my gold trades, let me see my gold trades for the last 3 months. My gold trades, I'll see where I've had gold trades.
Probably 1230 minimum.
Back July 7th, I had 1396.
Yeah.
I had 1393, 1387 back on July 1st.
Yeah, the best one I think is May, I think. And I think it was 1278 or 1268, all the way up to 13 something.
Yeah.
Jesus, bullish bears, what the fuck?
It's interesting when you look back on your log.
Yeah, 1285. I had buys at 1285.
You held them for a long time.
1283. Holy cow, man! I was trading gold pretty good back then. 1283.
Yeah, I'm sure we did 1276 or something like that.
1283. How many pips was that? Holy shit.
To be fair, we've got a good chunk. So
Yeah, we have actually. 1461 minus 1283 whole times 100.
That's why I had a holiday.
Oh man, that would have been $1 million trade.
That's what I'm saying.
Jeez. Yeah, that would have been 1.3 million.
Yeah, not far off. That's good.
Yeah, but then I would have held that from May 13th. That would have been the trade from May 13th to today.
Can you imagine how often you have to move your stocks? So I know for a fact it got to like 13 and then back down to like 1270 or something.
Let's see. Well, I want to see on the monthly. So
Heavy drawdown.
yeah, so this is July.
Gold is
August.
still running.
Yeah, gold's going well.
Yeah, I would have had to hold a drawdown from to 1260.
Yeah.
1266.
That's yeah.
So it would have been 1266. So I would have had basically a 200 pip drawdown, and then I would have had a 100 or I'd have had 1300 pip gain at that point.
When you look back on it, it looks so simple.
It does, yeah.
Gold has had a proper jump there.
Damn.
Gold did move.
Whoever's holding a runner right now, you are in deep profits.
I'm not close one.
Wow, gold did move actually pretty nicely.
What a column.
1463.
You know, I can't see against 70. We're at the minute, but right, moving.
Wow. Yeah. People let it ride.
What I just realized is gold is wow. Like, good that I didn't take it out.
Thing with gold, you fight and you get one like that, you're done.
People that had their runners, they let them run. There you go. Yeah, you win more than me.
Yeah. Hey, nah. Nah, not really.
You win more than me.
Yeah.
Not really.
My gold runners always lose.
Whatever we're holding, you finished at once.
Oh no, I closed at 14. I closed at 1461.40. So it's at 1463 now. So people are saying hold runners. There you go. You held runners. You made more.
I always do. Close one though.
That's the first time in a long time the runners work for me to business.
Yeah. Well, at this point, I mean, the only problem that I don't understand is how do we correlate like where our next position? Like, there's no idea where we're gonna stop.
I did look at the chart and I got really into it on the monthly and then zoomed in real close from, I think I'll show you 1458 on my paper I gave somewhere, it's about 3 weeks back, but I can't find more now. I've got no idea what, I'm going to have to look over it again. That's the level of some sort.
Oh yeah, good news, Raquel.
What happened?
You know, remember last week, the $4 thing?
The what?
Made it to 100.
Who made it to 100?
Me.
Oh.
From last week, remember?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. From $4, made it to 100 right now.
Yeah.
Actually, 113.
Bobby ran his account from $4 to 113. Only on EJ sells.
Yeah, only EJ sell.
That's
180
actually.
pips.
What is GU doing? GU is ranging.
How about EJ buy from 118 and 118,300? Having 60 pips.
Yeah. So you see now on gold, the 30-minute candle closed bullish. So if you're holding a runner, you should be alright to continue on.
I say go. I say go. It's down.
I'm trying to figure out where we have resistance.
I think 70 something, just early.
Yeah, 74, yeah.
Yeah, I think somewhere around there. Very kind of uncharted a little bit. It's very, to go that far back, that level's pretty tough, I think. It tends to be.
Yeah. You gotta go all the way left.
Wow, there's like actually, back in 2012, we were at 1800.
Yeah. I did see, I think it's 57, 58 was a pretty good level. On the, I think it's weekly, I think it was.
Yeah, I'm looking at the monthly chart right now, gold, and it's like 1800 is the target basically, because there's a huge zone right there.
What was that? Do you know what that was? Was that terrorist stuff or something? Or, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, September 11th.
Yeah, right, that'd be, yeah.
Actually, no, that's 2011, yeah, it would have been 2001.
War stuff or something.
August 1st, 2011, let's see.
I wonder if that's something they kind of went to try and shoot people or war stuff, maybe.
That's it?
Oh, they had the debt level.
Oh, really?
The debt crisis, yeah. So the current.
Right.
Well, that could breeze past there then.
Yeah, so what I have is, this is what I googled. That's what I got. What time does London session open and close? Google. Google is your friend. I'm also in GMT. Type that question in exactly the way you typed it to us. So if you turn around and type in, sorry, I'm pretty new to this, watch what happens. There you go. It tells you exactly the way to do it. And even Google corrected my question.
Okay, let's try this.
I typed it in exactly the way you typed it to us, and Google gave me the answer. Choosing the perfect trading hours. What should I do trade during the London session? What pairs are the London session? What time is the London session? It has everything. If you typed in that question to Google exactly the way you wrote it, it gave you what time is the London session.
Oh, it even gave you extra information.
That's right. Look at all that stuff it gave you.
There's a lot of stuff happening at the same time there, Ted, from that article.
There you go. So, learning how to use Google 101.
It's the first time in history the US had its credit rating lowered as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty big. It could quite easily breeze past that then, unless you get any kind of issues between now and then. Interesting. Still banging start to the month already, so I remember that.
What is this platform's name? YouTube. It says in the upper left corner.
Come on.
Yo.
People are like, oh, why do we have to pay for the streams? Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, obviously just me.
Well, it's just more of like, you know, like people ask such questions.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it'll prevent people from asking those questions because they'll go off and search it.
You went to a Google search and 10p ago.
Yeah.
No, I can't do a poll. Why would I do a poll? Can you request Ted to explain gold trade? A bit curious. Push the 15-minute candle. Can you request him? If it was pretty easy. It's a 1 hour wick fill.
I explained it. Go watch the stream again around 8. So you see the little time box that Raja has on his screen. I think it's I can't see it on his screen, but it's
yeah, it's on YouTube. You can see it.
yeah, 8:36. You see the timestamp? It says 8:36 in the bottom right corner. Go back on the stream to around 8:05 a.m. and watch there, and I give you the exact point where I talk about gold stop loss and take profits. And I gave a full explanation, and I gave the take profit target. I gave all that information for you.
Yeah, even if you're not
free.
On the 15-minute as well, like we talked about that. Okay, gold, like, you know, it creates some sort of a support on the 15-minute, and this is the 1 hour wick fill, and you know, the push happened.
Mm-hmm. Do you think gold will rise to 1700? At this point, I don't care if it rises to 1700 because we're at 1400. So what's the are you going to hold a trade to 1700? What would be your stop loss? If you're holding a trade to 1700 right now, well, where would you place your stop? Like that's why we don't ask these questions, because they're stupid. You're not going to hold it. You're not going to hold a gold trade till 1700, so there's no point of asking.
We've actually just discussed that as well. About like 12, whatever it was.
It's like, unless you show a chart idea holding it to 1700, please don't talk about 1700. Might as well hold gold to 2200. What's the difference? 18,000. Hold it to 20 million. People that talk about holding this to 1500. Sure you are.
Yeah. Very good.
So much for no question is stupid. Well, it's just because people are just gold rising to 1700. What are we, astrologists? Like we're gonna predict the future? Nobody can predict the future.
Just focus in the now. What's happening
right.
now?
I do see it going to 1500, but I don't think I'm not trading it now. Not to 1500, you know.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Investors. If you show me a chart where you're going to hold the 1500 and you're going to give me your stop loss and your take profits, then I will entertain the ideas of these 1500 and 1700 numbers. If you're just going to call them out, I'm going to call the question stupid. Because there's no thought process behind it. That's as me saying, so is tomorrow going to rain? I don't know. Did you check the weather? No. So how do you know? I don't know. I just think it is.
Oh, someone donated me €1 and 11 pence.
1.11.
Earlier, I wasn't sure how to do it. I was going to say no.
It's the reason why people fail at trading, because they are thinking in that style. Do you think this is happening? As a trader, you should not be thinking. You should be doing analysis to provide an idea to then execute on that idea. It shouldn't be I think. It should be this is what I believe is going to happen based on this information.
Yeah, like this morning, Ted came on. He said, "Well, you know, gold is going to fill the 1 hour wick." I looked at it. I'm like, "Yeah, makes sense." Executed buys, filled the wick, and closed buys. for EG, is this kind of pattern for gold can be happening again on gold? No, because EG is ranging. EG is different than gold. The patterns that happen on gold does not happen on EG. So that analysis is wrong over there.
I mean, on the weekly it looks similar, but it's not.
Yeah.
You've seen the support being created on the 50-minute because I don't know why. I'm just too doubtful. Yeah, you're too doubtful because you don't have enough experience trading gold or trading in the markets. That's why you're doubtful. Experience the markets more and you won't be doubtful. So if you turn around and you look at what Rakil draws, he draws these magical lines. He draws them there for a reason. And if you can't figure out why these lines are being drawn, like this line here, why is it being drawn? You have to go back and study the charts. And if you don't trade this pair, you don't even have to worry about this chart. You don't even have to worry. I'm not trading EG right now, so I don't care where this line is. It's irrelevant. So you guys have to be able to understand what makes sense for you and post your charts.
That is fine out there, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, BJ's at like what, 128 now, 129, so it's not surprising.
Oh yeah.
You can just copy and paste URLs into the chat box. Post links.
Yeah, I
can. Oh, you know what you do is get them to post it, but just take away the HTTP and then just take away a dot.
Yes.
Like modify your link. So you would probably do it.
Yeah, let's try that.
Oh, I sent that one. Did you get that one?
No, on the YouTube.
Yeah, I did.
But like you could do this.
Remove HTTP.
That's how you would do it.
Yeah, just remove the dots.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, yours pulled up for kill.
Yeah, I removed the dot.
Where?
Oh no, I inserted a space after TradingView dot space com.
I just realised my links went over a snake.
USD, I think you just should bounce off this 105 900 support. Let's see. What's this? New comments with hashtags and URLs will be held for review. Live chat messages with URLs will be blocked. Interesting. Let's see if this works. Someone saying GU buys. I think you'd want this 30-minute candle to close bullish first. Because if it closes bullish, then you can say, okay, well, now you can have a stop. Because now you can say, okay, we're moving up. We've created a support. It should continue moving. So I would wait for a candle to close bullish. Or if
Okay, Andrew, you can't keep asking the same question because we've already answered it. Okay, and spamming the chat with the exact same answer or same question is just gonna set me off.
And that's
we told you, go back to the stream when it's finished recording at the 8:05 a.m. timestamp. So on the bottom right corner, write this down. Take out a piece of paper and a pen where it says 8:47 a.m. right now. You're gonna be able to watch this stream again and move to the timestamp of 8:05. 8:05 a.m. and you will hear me speak about why we discussed gold and the take profit point and the stop loss and why we made that determination. And if you have to, you can watch it 3 times. You can even have it on closed caption so that you can you can actually see the words. And when you see that, you can replay it 6 or 7 times until you fully understand why that happened. You can go onto your charts and look at the same information at the same time, and you will be able to understand that. Spamming the charts or spamming the chat room is not going to get your question answered because we already answered the question. Be a civil person and respect everybody else, and when we give you an answer, accept that that's the answer.
Kind of got goosebumps then.
That's okay, you can be sorry, no problem, but we just, like I said, I don't know you, so I just don't want people spamming the chat, that's all. Honest mistakes, no problem. But I have to make the assumption that things were done intentionally, so that's where I use my intentional voice. If it was done by mistake, no problem, no harm, no foul.
Intentional voice.
Yeah.
The way you can turn it on and off.
Yeah. Well, no, I you know, sometimes people need a little bit of be stern. You know, you have to be stern with them so that they listen a little bit more appropriately.
It's hard as well because you don't have levels on here.
Okay, let's just do our comments. Hold on. Oh wow, I guess YouTube is smart. It senses people are trying to remove the dots.
Did you not see mine that I sent to Riders on that chat?
Yeah.
Did it come up?
Which one?
I sent one on the YouTube chat. Well, you didn't need to see it just to see if it worked.
Oh no links. I'm trying to see if there are some settings here because it says that, I mean, there's a option to block URLs, and that option is not checked.
So I can see what you've just posted on there now.
Nope. I just gotta.
I'm sure they'll be accepted, mate.
Yeah. Just gotta play around with it here a little bit. Current blocked words are Granny Smith, orange, and grapefruit. Those words you cannot say because they are blocked.
Well, if you say mango, at least then.
Mango. Oh, there we go. Someone sent something. Oh, there you go. There's someone's chart over there. Oh, that's my chart.
I think it's because you're the admin. Oh, look, there's one. And because Nazim's got one as well.
Yeah.
I can see it. Like an admin or a moderator. You can send it, I think.
Here's a test for link.
Yeah, so I can see that one. From Nazim.
Okay, GU. Yep, this makes sense here. Break above and go up. See how important it is for this candle to close? It went up, came all the way back down again. So you gotta wait for it to close. Yep, gold popping just like 30-minute close bullish. This should continue bullish. Oh, live room control. Oh, what's this? Oh,
sounds interesting.
Yeah, sounds interesting. Oh, I can turn on someone's webcam from this. Have you invested in crypto? Yes, and now no.
How did you do in that Friday?
What's that?
How did you do in your crypto investing? Did you do alright?
Lost most of it because the fucking Exchange went down.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, that was a bad day. God, man.
Yeah, and every 2 weeks, like they send everyone an email from apparently some like lawyer
Yeah.
explaining the progress, and like no one's gonna get their money back.
Shame.
Markets are slow, yes. The only trade was gold buys.
Yep.
And the only thing coming now, I think, for the rest of the day is going to be GJ sells. Just waiting on this one hour to close. It's closing below 129, 100. What did USD CAD do? Did USD CAD continue down? Someone sent a chart. It was moving. Oh, it's not moving down yet. It did break support. Kind of like trying to do a retest. Doesn't daily show clear path? Yes, daily shows a clear path, but now you gotta see is that if daily is gonna head over there, where your stop loss is gonna be. Where's gonna be your stop loss? You know, so if you think daily is heading up, what support are you gonna look at? So if you look on the daily, like if you look on the smaller time frames here, you start to see that, okay, well, you know, some of these guys caught this move up, and then you look back and say, okay, well, how could I have caught this move up? That's what you start to look at. And once you start to analyze that, okay, maybe I could have bought over here and closed up over here, then that would have been a nice move. And then you see, okay, what created that move? What did price do? It had resistance, broke out, created some sort of support. What time was it? It was like a little after the New York Open. We had the push, you know, so all those factors you got to take into account. Waiting for USD CAD. Okay, rejected hard in the supply zone and now looking for bearish. Looking for resistance to get formed in this zone and down. Perfect. This makes sense. Also, sell stops could also work down below support here. Yeah, sell stops could work around, you know, 3 to 100. So if you have a sell stop at 3 to 100, it's going to take you all the way down to even 31950, which is like 13, 14 pips. Okay, we got close. Ooh. GU 30-minute close bullish. Perfect. This could have been your entry right here at the start. Stop below the previous candle. And then continue till target.
Hope everybody caught that gold push.
Wow, man.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah, gold did some things. Gold was a bad guy.
I had entries at 14, 60, 10. Wow.
Yeah, I just caught that push up. So.
I'll miss that because I was making a sound. That's a good jump.
Yeah, gold was a bad guy. And now.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But that's good because it keeps creating these new highs, so and then pulling back. So now we create new targets.
I was looking at targets for the other stuff we were saying earlier for previous.
Yeah.
I think what 73 to 74 is kind of pretty important.
Yeah.
I can't see much. There's a bit above that, but it's like nearer 15 to be fair.
Gold just gave out 3 months. Figured we would have that little bit of a jump and then pull all the way back.
Yeah, I knew something was going on because I was making a sandwich and I went really quiet. Almost concentrated. You're watching that in 5 minutes, Ed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just looking at it, makes sense.
Yeah, all the support created on the 5 minutes.
Yeah, I should have probably made my sandwich in about 10 minutes time. Oh, I'm hungry.
Oh, there goes GJ. GJ should be continuing down for the rest of the day. 128,700.
GJ, let's take a look at GJ.
This also retest at, you know.
Yep, I think you're right.
What's your GJ take after 4 hours? Bearish. As long as it stays below 129, 150, GJ should continue down till 128, 700.
It's funny because when you look at GJ right now, it's dropping into that wick from the flash crash on the monthly, and that probably will coincide with the fact that when Brexit gets resolved in October, this wick will probably end up getting filled, and then it'll retrace all the way back again and look like that. So I think you might find the September wick on the monthly will look similar to what we had in the January wick with the flash crash as soon as Brexit gets resolved.
Oof. Straight reversal.
Only 82 days now, I think.
Yeah, I think so, because it broke 1, 2, 3 major monthly supports.
Yeah, and the gold is now pushing right back up. Look at it go. Bye bye gold.
Oh, 1464. EG 15 minutes. Yep, this makes sense. Waiting for a break.
Gold is going to ruin some people today.
Oh, wow. Gold basically pushed up 26 pips, pushed down 50 pips, went back up.
Yeah, it's got to call a lot of people out today.
guy got mad at me last night because he sent me a DM saying, I know you have a ton of questions, but can you answer just one question? And then he just left it. He didn't actually put the question in. And then he said on my Instagram page, please check your DMs. And I'm like, you know, you didn't ask a question. You said, can I ask a question? Like, why would you waste your time just answer? And then he says, now you're disrespecting me. All right, cool. Like, that's the worst thing you can do. When you send a DM to somebody, what's the point of asking them? That's like calling somebody and leaving them a message saying, hey, can you call me back? Well, obviously you called them, so obviously there's a reason why you called them.
I think the first DM I sent, I had a similar thing, but I said it, and I was like, I'll write it anyway. You can reply if you fancy.
Yeah, it's just like, don't send me DMs saying, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
But then I'm just gonna keep saying no. So then what? Well, what do you do then if I say no? Like,
Style, mate.
yeah, just like, just type in the DM what you need answered. And like I always tell people is, if I don't answer your DM, it's because the answer lies within my Instagram. So, you know, that's a good indication, because I check all my DMs. It's just silly. Uncle Ted, why would you enter gold buys at the 4-hour open? On my charts, I was looking at the support levels on the 15 minutes and also the 30 minutes. There's just been bullish movement up. There has been nothing to say that we are going down. So it's just something to keep in mind. And there is instances where there sometimes may not be a wick on the 4-hour, and my 4-hour chart opened at 8 a.m., not 9 a.m. So that's the other thing too. What is your thoughts on MGI? MGI is a 3-digit or 3 letters, and I think that if you put the G and the I before M, we have alphabetical consistency.
What is MGI?
That's what I think of MGI.
Very total sandwich.
Most genome informatics. Is that what MGI is? A construction corporation?
Yeah, it's some stock.
Oh god, someone's asking about stocks. What do you think about FKSPC or JDYVK? I think they're both buys. You should be buying as much of them.
Let's see, put them in alphabetical order.
Yeah, FKSPC has been a buy since the
last week, I think.
Yeah.
When the president came out and he was speaking about the earnings they had. And MoneyGram, yeah, that's a buy, because everyone's always taking payday loans.
That one you got right.
Yeah, that's an easy buy, because people just keep borrowing more money and payday loans.
Yeah, they also hired a new accountant, which is really good, so that's also going to go up.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's also easier to get money now. The US dollar rate's more now.
Yeah. It's like a pump and dump session too. Raj and I will just tell everyone to keep buying these things, and then we'll short all of them.
Wait till we've got like 10,000 watches.
Yeah. It's scary that someone would come in here and type in something and say, what do you think, and then would actually follow that blindly. Yeah, I think that's like that's like a very scary snapshot of the average investor.
Yeah.
That they look for someone else to give them information. They're just like, oh, okay, because he said it's a buy, it must be a buy, instead of actually looking at their own opportunities.
Oh, these guys seem smart.
Yep. This guy seems to know what he's talking about. He's got a chart up on YouTube here. It's live.
He must be right.
He's drawing lines everywhere. These lines make sense.
I drew an awesome snake earlier. really good.
Can you speak about overcoming trading psychology? Yeah,
Oh,
it's all good. Trading psychology. Get a job, and you don't need trading psychology. The easiest way to explain trading psychology is this. If you had $1 million in your pocket right now in cash, that means you have more than $1 million available to you in general. Would you still be up this morning trading? And if you answer no, then quit trading right now. If you answer yes, stay here. And that's basically what it comes down to. I guarantee you there's 260 people here on this YouTube channel, and there's about 60 people on the Zoom channel. If everyone had $1 million cash in their pocket, would they still be trading right now? And I guarantee you there would be 75% of people would leave. Because they are all trading for the money, and they're not trading for the process, and they're not trading to actually learn a skill. They think they are, and they'll tell you, like, people will lie to your face. They'll say, oh, I'm trading because I want to become a good trader. I want to learn how to trade. I like trading. It's not. You want money. That's the bottom line. And that's why your trading psychology sucks, because all you're thinking about is the money and how much money you need to make, how much money you've lost, how much money everyone else is making, and what you need to do. And that's trading psychology. Anyone tells you otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about. This whole law of attraction, positive mindset, make sure that you get a good night's sleep, you meditate, all that shit doesn't make a difference. If you're not trading for, there you go. This person, she's good too, Petra Picks. I follow her on Instagram. Look at her charts. She's just sitting there, she's happy. Now she's on her laptop. Oh, now she's determined. Oh, now she's relaxing. She's got a dog. Now she's telling people. Look at her chart. You can't even see a candle. It's just a bunch of red and green lines. Join my free masterclass. That's the first thing that you should be worried about when someone says masterclass. That's like, I go to restaurants sometimes. I go to Asian restaurants, and it's like the perfect restaurant or the best restaurant. And that scares the crap out of me, because why do we have to put adjectives in the restaurant to make it sound better than it is?
That's very good. That's actually a very good way of seeing it. Yeah.
So that's what I always get scared of, is like when someone says a master class, because I'm sort of thinking to myself, I'm like, really? So you are the only one in the world that has figured out the secrets to trading? I highly doubt it.
As I said, a lot of them probably wouldn't even be there if they did.
Yeah. It's scary. Does PMI affect gold prices? Yes. Anything related to the US dollar will make gold move. Now, how much it's going to move, we don't know 100%. But if there's any U.S. news related, any U.S. news that comes out, and you're trading XAU USD, which is gold US dollar, you have to take into consideration that there will be some sort of effect. And a good way to find out how these things affect gold or whatever pair you're trading is go into Forex Factory, look at the calendar, and go to last month, because a lot of news repeats itself every month at the same time. So if you go to last month's charts and you look at the PMI news on gold last month, and you open up the chart on that day and that time, you will see how gold moved with PMI. So that is a very good idea for how you can backtest. Is if you have a question on how something affects a currency pair, go back to the previous month or the month before and look at that currency pair and say, hey, there's an effect here that I need to understand.
Yeah.
Very, very simple, very straightforward.
You look at your averages like we did before.
Yeah.
How things move.
That's right. You can open up, and if you want, you can chart it out over the last 12 months. You can say, hey, PMI was good, gold did this, PMI was bad, gold did this, PMI was good, gold did this. And then when you get a base assumption, then you can start putting in variables, saying, hey, gold is moving also because of tariffs. Gold is also moving because of the interest rates. Gold didn't move this much because of this. And you can start dissecting that. And that's how you become confident trading a certain pair, because you've reviewed the pair under certain conditions, and you can review then how that's going to work. That's really how you should be trading, is if you want to understand a pair, and I say this to everybody all the time, is go back into your charts and say, wow, that's a huge candle on the hour chart. How many times this month, at this time, or this day, did we create that candle that looked like that, whether it's bullish or bearish? And then you can sit back and you can say to yourself, hey, if I show up to the markets at this time every day, there's a possibility for me to catch that big. And as you get better with trading, you will go and you will do this more often with more pairs, and you'll start to notice patterns that, hey, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, there's a big move or something happens. And that's where I want to dedicate my time to. And then what you will do is the following weekend, when you figured out that you have a day that's the favorite day of the week for you to trade, you'll go back over the last 6 or 8 months of the charts and really understand what happened at those specific times. That is trading. That is how you learn to trade. And that is how I learned to trade. I asked the question, why? Why is this happening? And I didn't know the answer. I would go back and I would research multiple months of data and see for myself, why is it happening? I didn't ask anybody else. I didn't message somebody and say, hey, did you happen to notice that this happens every day at this time? No, I did it for myself, and I became confident that, hey, I'm not a smart guy, but if I see the same thing happen 10 times over, chances are it's going to happen 11 times, right? Same thing when you look at a stoplight. No one has to tell you at a red light you need to stop, right? You don't have to ask the person standing beside you, hey, are you going to stop at that red light? Everybody's going to do it. So sometimes when you look at charts and you see that the same thing has happened 10 days in a row, you don't have to go and ask your neighbor, hey, did you happen to see this? Because chances are they probably saw it. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. There's no magic formula. You haven't figured out the Holy Grail. No one's playing a trick on you. It's pretty straightforward that you probably saw the same thing that everybody else saw. And now because you're actually studying smart instead of a lot, you start to realize that, hey, that's all I need to understand for that particular pair. It's very easy, very straightforward. Just go into the charts and ask why. That's it. Just ask why. You know, and if you miss the move, say, how could I have caught that move? Raja has said that about 10,000 times. That's his, like, a mantra, and it's almost like his vision statement for his trading is, how could I have caught that move? If it was a loss, how would I have turned that into a winner? And if it was a winner, what did I do to make that winner correct? And how can I repeat that? That is all trading is. That's all trading is asking yourself how I can consistently create a winner, how can I turn my losses into winners, and why did the chart move that way? Those are the only 3 things you need to know for Forex. 3 things. That's it. 3 things. How can I turn losers into winners? Why did the charts do what it just did? And how can I consistently create the same winners over and over again? That's it. That's trading. Simple, simple things. And you can attend Raja's masterclass in Toronto and in Miami. And Raja will tell you those 3 things on that masterclass.
Masterclass.
The Astro Algo is dead. It died last week in the hurricane of GBP JPY.
I did notice it wasn't there this morning.
It got blown away. And do you know it's gotten blown away? Because of the fact that both people that run Astro have created new accounts to market themselves again. So it's a new month, time for new marketing.
Yep. Many people are falling.
That's just terrible, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I know that there's something happened with their previous accounts, because suddenly new accounts pop up. And you know what? They can talk shit about me all they want, but that's the truth, because all they do is reopen new accounts and suddenly they're doing new trades. So I don't give a shit. That's a fact, and if they can prove it otherwise, I'll shut my mouth.
My confirmation, no confirmation. I'm done trading. I took EJ buys, lost on it. I took gold buys, made 20 pips, and then I took another gold buys, made 15 pips. So I don't care if GJ drops to the floor or goes to the skies. I'll see what happens when I come back tomorrow.
That is true.
Yeah, man. Because like after the stream, when I go to the gym and when I'm on my way back, people are still messaging me, "Hey, bro, what do you think gold's gonna do now?" And I'm like, "You've been on the charts for 5 hours."
That's right. Oh man. Is Ted attending the boot camp in Miami? Only if Raja lets me. But then I will show up anyways, and then Raja will kick me out and say, "Wait for dinner."
Wait for dinner.
Yeah. No, I think I'll be in Miami just hanging out, just hanging out with some people down there. 'Cause I know a lot of people in Miami.
Hey, remind me when it is.
When is it, Raja? I don't even know. I have to book my plane ticket.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 20 next month, September 20th to 22nd.
I might come meet y'all.
Yeah.
I'm be down there August 17th and 18th.
Yeah.
No?
Sorry?
You have to drive.
No, it's a 2-hour flight. It's actually fast to go to Miami.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's very fast. Up and down, quick.
Overland as well, yeah.
Yeah. So it's overland and it's super quick. So I don't mind that flight at all. Yeah. And then a couple of people, they have boats over there and stuff like that, and it'll be fun. We'll go on the boat again.
Yeah, nice. I'll look at it on mine.
Yeah, there's lots of Forex family people in Miami as well, so we always go out to dinner. We have there's last time we had 15 people out for dinner, so that was great.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Raj, you go to Myrtle Beach?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Let's show them off.
Yeah. GU just screwed everybody with those candles.
I'll stay out of all, but well, it's a win.
GU tried to wicked me out. That was my loss today. If I had just held GU, I would have been fine. If I'd held GU, I would have been fine, but I didn't.
Yeah, me too. I had a GU buy. I kind of earned a profit, but I kind of didn't hold it.
Yeah. Q-Bank's in Miami. Q-Banks is in. I thought he's in Fort Lauderdale.
No, Pembroke.
Yeah. I think he's a little bit out of Miami. Yeah, I missed him the last time I was there. Maybe he'll come out again when I come back. He should. He's got a Tesla now, so he's a Tesla brother. He's got a kid now, so he's got daddy duties.
Man, having a kid is the perfect excuse not to see somebody. If you want to avoid somebody, just blame it on the kid.
I got my kid this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, I can't, man. I got my kid.
Yeah, I'll get an old note today. Yeah, I'll use that excuse.
Quickly.
Wow. GU went up, people took buys, and now GU came back in the range. Yeah, because it seemed like it's going to break up. People go, oh yes, buy. Draw down. If PMI news at 10 does the same that the previous July 3rd news was released at 10 a.m. as well, no idea, John Malik. No idea. If you want to trade the news, just don't trade the news. Don't trade the news.
If PMI news at 10 a.m. does the previous July news was released at 10 a.m. as well? Well, usually that's what the case is. I mean, if you look at Forex Factory, it will tell you all the news for the week. It gives you the news calendar. It's very easy to look at the news calendar and say what's happening. That helps people. So it looks like there's ISM, non-manufacturing, and PMI at 10 a.m. today. So do we have to wait like 30 minutes after the news? Well, you have to determine what is your comfort level when you're trading. That's the better idea. And comfort level is some people like to trade just before the news. Some people like to trade during the news, and some people like to wait after the news. So you have to determine what your comfort level is with the pair that you're trading and your trading plan. So that's part of the rules that you write down in your trading plan. And you can only figure out that based on how comfortable you feel with particular times. Some people will trade 5 minutes after the news. Some people will trade a minute after the news. It's what is your comfort level and what is your risk that you're willing to accept with the market. So if you're saying to yourself, hey, I know that the market is going to be pretty shaky around the news and I don't like to lose, then maybe I'm going to wait an hour after that. But maybe I enjoy a little bit of risk and I see that you get a good push with the news, so I'm going to trade during the news. But I'm willing to accept the fact that there's going to be slippage, that the spreads are going to widen, that it's going to be harder for me to get an entry. I'm willing to accept those negatives to potentially have a windfall. So you have to understand what your comfort level is. That's like me saying, if I give you a Porsche, how fast can I go? You can go as fast as you want, but at a certain point, you're either going to be comfortable or you're going to be uncomfortable. And if you drive fast on the highway, there's a higher chance of you getting a ticket. Now, if you can pay for that ticket, then you don't care what the ticket costs you, right? There's certain thresholds. So say, for example, like in Canada or in Ontario, we have a speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour, which is about, I would say, 50 or 40, about 60 miles an hour. That's the speed limit on the highways. Now, if you turn around and drive at 150 kilometers an hour on the highway, which is 50 kilometers over the speed limit, so it's about 75 or 80 miles an hour on our highway, or 85, 90, around there, they will impound your car and charge you a $10,000 fine. So you as a driver have to determine, can I afford to have my car impounded and pay a $10,000 fine? If I can't afford that, then I can't drive that fast. But if you're rich and you can afford that, you don't care about the $10,000 fine. But you can't turn around and ask somebody, how fast should I drive my car? Because I don't know if you can afford to pay the $10,000 fine or not, right? And if you know that you can't afford to pay the $10,000 fine, you don't need to ask how fast I should drive my car. You need to know right away you have to keep your car under 149 kilometers an hour, right? So these are the kind of questions, when you start posing these types of questions, you have to take a step back and write it on a piece of paper and ask yourself internally, why should I be doing this? What makes sense for me based on my risk, based on my account size, based on my experience? Those are questions you have to ask yourself. A lot of the questions that people ask about Forex are self-reflective. And what I mean by that is, if you sit and ask yourself 3 times that question, chances are you'd be able to answer it. Because it's all going to be about your competency level in trading, your experience level, your risk level, and also your trading plan. All these questions will be answered there. And if it's not included in your trading plan, maybe you have to take a step back and reevaluate your trading plan, because your trading should be according to a set of rules, and those rules should be based on your risk, based on the pair that you're trading, based on your experience level, based on the confidence you are, based on if you're going to be an aggressive trader or you're going to be a conservative trader. All those have to be formulated first before you come and you start asking questions. Because you turn around and say, well, should I trade GJ? I don't know, should you? How's your appetite for risk? Do you know a lot about, that particular pair? Are you comfortable with wider stop losses? Do you know the characteristics of that pair? Those are the kinds of questions you need to ask yourself. The only questions you should be asking others is, I took a trade today, and this was my idea, and my idea either failed, or is there something in my idea that I could have improved upon to get a better risk to reward? Those are the only questions you should be asking here. Is, I've taken a trade and I did not have a positive outcome. How could I have had a positive outcome based on my plan? And my plan is A, B, C, D, E. Those are the only types of questions you should ask. Every other question is self-reflective of yourself. Like, what do I need to do? How do I need to build out a trading plan? Well, I got to figure out what time I can trade, how much capital I have to trade, all these other elements. Those are all you. It's none of us. I can't tell you how good you're going to trade with a $100 account or how bad you're going to trade with a $100 account. I don't know. Maybe you're going to run $100 up to 10,000. Who knows, right? So you have to understand that, and you have to be comfortable with building a lot of this stuff on your own, and then coming for refinement and coming and asking based on what you've done. I've built my trading plan that has 5 different characteristics. Do you think this is adequate enough? And then we can answer those questions. That will help you. Critical thinking 101. I can't give you any more information. It's way too hard to give you information.
If you look at GJ, what do you notice? GJ a lot cleaner, GU messing around. Yes, so GU is breaking the support because it couldn't break out of this range. Now it's breaking down, and I believe it's going to come back down. It's going to correct this move up. Same thing with GJ. Where's GJ? Yeah, right here. It's going to correct this move up.
Yeah, man. If USD CAD has a bearish candle today, man, on the daily, that is gonna be a beautiful trade. All the way down to 1.295. It's gonna be the trade for the week for me. I'm expecting USD JPY to reach the point of completion pretty soon, probably this week.
How far do you think that's got to go?
Well, I mean, it's gonna turn back bullish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly where I have it going down to before I start looking at consolidations for buys. I'm seeing maybe like around 105, 105.5.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I see what you're looking at now. Yeah. It'll be an interesting area to see what happens there.
Yeah, cause once it hits here, man, it's probably gonna go really fast.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to find a consolidation to base my entry off of. Once it starts consolidating, then I'll look for structures.
Yeah, makes sense. I was looking at a similar thing on EJ actually, but probably a sign point of distance before it gets to that point where it might well turn. Gold is annoying me now.
What is it doing?
Oh, it's just jumped up a bit more. I've made enough of it this morning as well, but I missed a second chance to get in, which I probably would have held a bit longer. And it started coming down a little bit, and it's just kind of made a big jump again.
Yeah, gold hit support at 14.
That second time we got in, it went off.
Yeah.
To get in. I probably would have helped maybe 1.5 points.
Yeah, 1461. It bounced back down again, and now just flew up.
I was kind of just waiting for it to come back down somewhere near that. I just looked again at the top.
Yeah, it just flew hard.
Well, still, it's a good day so far.
Yeah. That's crazy. Gold will move like 35 pips in a 5-minute candle.
That's a big move in the last.
Gold has no chill, man.
You know what'll happen though tomorrow, right? It's gonna reverse heavy.
I'm back at 14.30 tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll reverse all the way back. Something will happen and it'll pull all the way back and it'll stop all these people out. Gold does not want people to get $1 million moves. I can tell you that right now.
Especially if you're looking on like the weekly, you see the weeks it created prior.
Yeah.
5 or 6 weeks, they've kind of done a similar thing. At the start of the week, they've gone real high.
Yeah. Like gold is just rocketing right now.
I was actually pretty surprised where it ended last week. I thought it was going to come down further than that. But
I was surprised that it happened today like this.
Yeah.
I was expecting us to sort of bounce around and get to about 1448 or so, and then bounce back and then have a breakout, like do consolidation breakout. I didn't expect it to break this hard. Like this is basically 250 pips in one day.
yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
I'm controlling myself. I'm not becoming a week, so it's doing well. I knew you did your thing as well. I was like, could do.
Yeah.
Why didn't?
It's just crazy because that last 5-minute candle, the 5-minute candle just went, it went 27 pips, 5 minutes. It's ridiculous. And it was good too because you can see the support that was formed on the 5-minute. Yeah, like literally 1462 was support. As soon as it bounced off that support, it was off for the races. And you knew that we were going to fill the original 5-minute wick that happened at the beginning of the hour. So it was such an easy target. Those are one of those trades that if you do that right, it's just, man.
I was just a little bit indecisive then. I was looking at exactly the same thing. And I thought, on before. And then,
I think there's going to be a huge pullback on the daily. I wouldn't be surprised if after London close, the rest of the day went bearish.
yeah, I think somewhere else about 52.
Yeah, I think it'll pull back, and then that'll allow us to get back in tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting for that, because if you get something similar again, like Wednesday or something, I haven't actually looked at the rest of the news for this week.
Yeah.
Is there anything big happening?
It'll be bad because as soon as they announce that the trade war, the tariffs are over, gold's going to dump all the way to 1431.
It's when you're in this area now, which is kind of a gap territory, which is now really easy to bounce off. To give you an idea, it's a little bit sticky. That's why I was a bit indecisive going back up then, just in case. I've done that a few times now.
Like I said, if I keep on my 20 pip and my 10 pip ranges, and then you get the 130 or 40 pip spike. Over the years of trading gold, that's been the bread and butter. Every time I've held a gold trade like the 80, 90 pips, like I've gotten like 100 pips on a gold trade.
Yeah.
It always pulls back like 40, 50 pips right away, and it stops me out. Like I'll put like if I have a trade, like say for example, I had a trade running last night, I would have basically had a stop at whatever from 1447 to 1457 or whatever if it gone that high. It'll always pull all the way back down again and stop me out where I have my stop loss and take profit. Yeah. So it's very rare that I get like a huge push through. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of mouse click and useless self-indulgent chat.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome, Marcus. Usually we have self-indulgent chat towards the end of a session. We've been up since 6:30, which has been 3 hours. This is 3 hours into this live stream. So maybe you show up a little bit earlier and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think most people want us to just talk about trading.
To be fair, we come through a lot. It's got to be at the moment where we have to talk about airplanes and stuff.
Oh yeah, we did speak a lot about gold and everything today, and GJ and GU. Like, we did a lot.
See now, Marcus, if you were here earlier, you would see we talked about having a sell stop at 1.3 to 100 on USD CAD. It would take you down till, you know, this area here.
Mm-hmm.
Which it did.
Good discussion on gold.
Yeah, we called gold buys at 1461.
Yeah.
We broke down the entry and the exits for that. GU, we missed on that, and we got stopped out while I closed the trade, and it ranged. Yeah, we did a lot of.
We've been productive, I'd say, today.
Yeah, I took.
I mean, how many trades do you want us to call? Like 10?
Yeah, I know. Like I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades this morning, and I called them all on Mixer.
Jeez.
Or on the YouTube channel, whatever. Now that we're on here.
Okay, I'll get confused myself.
Yeah. No, we did all that. We talked about gold. Rakil talked about GJ. Man, we talked a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're just, you just have to be selective when you're trading, man. Like, you can be looking at 20 pairs if you want, but it's hard to catch trades on 20 pairs. I think I like to go with the ones that are going to give me the best setups, least risk, most profit.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, it was a very productive day today.
Yeah.
Did EJ drop? No.
So whenever USD CAD breaks that support right there, if it breaks it, that's you guys know what we're gonna do. We're probably gonna short it again.
Jay, I think it did break that support.
Yeah. It did for me. But remember the one that I have right here at hold on. That's what I'm gonna enter with my big lots. At 1.3186. Those are the big lots. I already have an entry right now at 1.322. And then my second entry is going to be at 1.3186.
Very nice. Ooh, John Malik made 3,000 today.
I'm going to risk a lot. Yeah, I see Jen over there murdering gold, man. It's a good job, man. Man was honed in on gold.
Ooh. So how?
Ah, that's dope. I have EJ buy to 118.800.
EJ buy.
I was looking at it earlier on actually.
Yeah, I mean, before he comes down, I think know for sure. I know for sure it's going to hit 800 later. Yeah.
Well, you know it's gonna create. You know it's gonna create a second bottom. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes it does these deep V's, man. Sometimes it does do deep V's.
Mm.
And that's just those guys with the DMAs just buying those bids, man. Buying the bids.
True.
That's another one. I went at merging moves well.
You're not trading news. Nope. Nope.
For EJ, I'm gonna right now. I don't care when it happens, but I'm gonna right now set an alert for 120.26.
120.6.
No, 120.26.
26.
That crosses up.
26. Okay.
Once it crosses that, that's when we are fully reversing.
That's July 25th area. That's when it touched my trend line up. Thought it was going to pop up. But we test the area of 120.
Yeah, I'll just watch that support on the left.
121.3, then up down.
Yeah, I'll just wait. So whenever that happens, if it's a week from now, I'll get an alert, and then I'll start watching that chart.
Yeah, makes sense.
9 body course.
I don't think it's...
Yeah, USD CAD is up 20 pips.
Yeah, that was a good shout.
Okay, EJ's raising. Okay.
That's exactly why I didn't get cold again.
I couldn't get EJ, but man, this is the one day it was longest time they was going up for buy. This whole Asian session, this whole New Year session was buy, I think, for EJ. So I had entrance in this morning around 118 and moved 60 people up. Damn. I say we'll retest around 118.842.
My buddy just texted me and he said, "You can't get a margin call if you don't answer the phone." What an idiot.
What the hell?
In GJ Cell, any feedback? Well, I mean, let's take a look on the 30-minute candles, because since, like, you know, if you go to bvip.com, it says to wait for candle to close. So there's nothing indicating here that GJ is going to go down, because the candle, like, I thought it's going to go down, but since I'm waiting for the candle to close, it's still closing the way it is right now. I mean, it just makes no sense.
GJ is not sell. I've been entrance 129.3.
Entry is 129.
Gosh. That cart kills me. Oh, gosh.
Alright. News coming in. If someone's trying to trade news, have a buy stop at 14. Well, I might have a buy stop at 1466, and I might have a sell stop at 1461.
Oh,
yeah, true. I'm using I, not we or us.
It's
I. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Whoa, EJ. What the hell?
Nothing. What the hell, EJ?
It's going back and forth.
Yeah, this was a good session. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have fun.
Yeah, with you, buddy. Cheers, bud. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yep, take care.
Take care.